When Dr. Adam Clark took the reins of the Vallejo Unified School District nearly 1.5 years ago, he knew he had a twofold problem. Aging school buildings, some as old as the 1940s and 50s, combined with multi-million-dollar budget cuts, primarily fueled by declining student enrollments. Relief for one of those problems came last fall when voters approved Measure S, a $194 million school facilities bond. Recently, Dr. Clark sat down with Vallejo's back to discuss the ins and outs of the bond and what it means for the future of the district. We're here today with Dr. Adam Clark, Superintendent of Vallejo City Unified School District. Thank you, Dr. Clark, for taking the time with us today.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Well, we'd like to talk to you just very briefly about the recently passed bond measure here in Vallejo, Measure S. It was hugely successful, but oftentimes what happens with tax measures, bond measures, is it gets lost in the history somewhere, and people don't really understand it. They know they passed it, but they're not too sure what they bought. So what we want to do is kind of backtrack with you a little bit today, just get some brief comments on the magnitude of the bond and some of the mechanics of what's going to happen over the next few months and years here. Well, first of all, Measure S, how much is involved here? How much was the bond measure officially?
Yeah, so the official number is $194 million. Mm-hmm. However, we had made a partnership with the Mare Island Technical Charter School, MIT, and we are giving them $8 million of the bond, mm-hmm. so that they can use that for their facilities as well. So in total, the Vallejo City Unified School District will be receiving $186 million.
Okay. The MIT portion, are they going to use it, do you know, because I know they've been searching for a facility for years and trying to find a more suitable location because they're surrounded by a lot of portables. Right. So just briefly, do you anticipate that they will find a new location with that, or are they going to improve their current facility?
Yeah, my understanding is they're going to improve their current facility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The mechanics of the bond measure itself. What will happen next? What do you as a school district have to do to make those funds available? And then basically, how long will it take to be able to start something?
Right. So I think oftentimes there's confusion between a facilities bond and a parcel tax. And so the difference between the two is a facilities bond can only be used for facilities and sort of the work around facilities. And a parcel tax goes towards programs, staffing, can go towards salaries and that nature. So we have a facilities bond. So the bond is going to focus on our facilities throughout the Vallejo City Unified School District in conjunction with our facilities master plan. So we have we've been working with an architect for several years. They have been to all of our schools and have given us assessments and recommendations of different projects and different things that need to happen within our facilities in order to make them safe and to make them places where students can go and staff can go and get the most out of those particular facilities in the safest manner.
Okay. In terms of timeline, when do you expect to be able to initiate your first project?
Right. So actually, our governing board took action a couple meetings ago that gave us the ability to actually start looking at some initial bids and some initial projects, but our bonds are going to go for sale in May. Okay. And so we're actually targeting this summer to actually start the first phase of some of our projects.
In your mind, in terms of what's already been done in terms of prioritizing, what do you think will be the first projects to be tackled?
Yeah, so the first things we're going to do is we're going to work on the curb appeal of some of our schools. So we're looking at putting exterior and interior paint in several of our schools. we currently have fencing projects going on at some of our schools that are not related to the bond, but however, we're going to finish those projects with bond money, making sure that our schools are fully fenced in. And we are going through a consolidation project where we are moving the students from Wiedemann Elementary School over to Solano Middle School. And Solano Middle School has historically been a middle school. And so we do have several projects that we're looking at in preparing that facility to be able to be a suitable learning environment for kindergarten through fifth graders, as well as the sixth, seventh, and eighth graders that are currently there.
Okay, so Solano Middle School and Wiedemann will then, under the current plan, become one campus.
They are going to become one campus. For the portion of the year, they're going to operate sort of as two separate programs, but with the intent for them to be a fully functioning kindergarten through eighth grade school in the following after next year.
Oh,
so
okay,
yes, so that's an exciting new opportunity to take those two schools and to merge them together and to create a kindergarten through eighth grade learning environment.
So the facilities bond itself will assist in being able to develop that campus physically.
Yeah. So for example, play structures. We have to do some work with the parking lot. We have to do some work with the drop off and pick up areas to make it more suitable for elementary students and for the increasing enrollment of that particular school. So there are some some things that we have to do right out of the gates to prepare that facility for the for the increased enrollment and the increase in grade span that's going to be attending there.
And of course begs the question, what happens then to the old Wiedemann site?
The old Wiedemann site has been offered to a new charter school that is entering into our city.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and by law we had to provide a facility for that particular school.